The internet thought it had seen it all, until King Harris' baby boy, King Jr., decided to flex on the entire planet like he was born doing push-ups in a Gucci onesie. Out of nowhere, this toddler turned TikTok into a thunderstorm of disbelief. People aren't even arguing about politics anymore. They're arguing about how a baby just made grown rappers look soft. This moment hit harder than a Zeus Network fight and lasted longer than your favorite celebrity relationship. The clip starts simple. King Jr. wobbling like any kid, and then boom. The boy lifts, pushes, and poses like the reincarnation of mini Hercules with Atlanta swagger. The internet froze. Memes exploded. Some said it was CGI, others swore it was divine genetics. One fan wrote, "Tia walked so King Jr. could bench press the stroller." That's the level of delusion we're dealing with here, folks. Even baby influencers started deleting their content out of embarrassment. But here's the real twist. This isn't just a cute baby moment. Oh no, this was the start of something much bigger. Rumors are swirling, insiders whispering that King Jr.'s rise is being carefully orchestrated. Some call it a PR stunt, others a prophecy. Either way, the Harris family just re-entered the cultural chat, and it's louder than ever. Because when your baby breaks the internet before he can spell his own name, that's not luck, that's legacy. And if you think this is just about baby strength, think again. This story goes deeper, messier, and wilder than anyone's ready for. Nobody was prepared for this storm. The Harris family name was already heavy with fame, drama, and rap royalty, but no one expected the next generation to come swinging before learning to spell. King Jr. didn't just appear online. He erupted like a tiny diaper-wearing volcano of chaos and charm. The video that started it all looked innocent at first. A proud dad moment, a quick clip, a laugh, maybe some heart emojis. But 5 seconds later, the internet collectively dropped its jaw. People swore they saw that baby move like he was training for the next Creed movie. Within minutes, Twitter turned into a gladiator arena. Hashtags like #BabyBeast, #MiniHercules, and #KingKongEnergy were trending faster than any politician could deny a scandal. Fans replayed the clip frame by frame, trying to figure out if TI had secretly hired Marvel's special effects team. Comment sections exploded. "Ain't no way that baby's real. Somebody check his bottle. It's pre-workout, not milk." The internet thrives on exaggeration, but this time, even exaggeration felt too small. Behind the scenes, whispers began swirling. Sources close to the Harris family claimed this moment wasn't accidental. Allegedly, King Harris himself had been teasing that his son was built different. Nobody took him seriously until now. TMZ started sniffing around. Bloggers dug up baby photos like they were FBI analysts, comparing muscle definition, lighting angles, and stroller brands. Some called it adorable. Others called it suspicious. Because in Hollywood, when something looks too good to be true, it usually comes with a headline and a non-disclosure agreement. Then came the think pieces. Entertainment journalists suddenly turned philosophers, asking deep questions like, what does strength even mean in the age of Instagram? Meanwhile, YouTube commentary channels pumped out videos faster than caffeine hits. Everyone wanted a slice of this viral pie. One moment it was admiration, the next accusation. The cycle of internet fame spun faster than King Jr.'s little dumbbell curls. And that's where the madness truly began. Every empire starts with a myth, and King Jr. had just built his. Viewers described him as a baby with billionaire energy. Others compared him to the new face of baby resilience, joking that Pampers should offer him a sponsorship immediately. Corporate brands were calling. Fitness pages were tagging. Some even claimed Nike had already reached out for a future legend campaign. Whether any of that was real didn't matter. The narrative was too juicy to resist. The world had found its next viral obsession, and his name wasn't North, Saint, or Stormy. It was King Jr. But where there's hype, there's heat. And in true internet fashion, the backlash arrived fashionably late but brutally loud. Critics accused the Harris family of exploiting their child for clout. Let the baby be a baby, they screamed while still watching the video 15 times in a row. It's that perfect modern hypocrisy. Outrage and obsession blended into one chaotic smoothie. Some fans claimed the clip was staged, edited, maybe even AI enhanced. A few conspiracy channels went full tinfoil, suggesting that King Jr. was part of an elite baby training program for celebrity heirs. Wild? Absolutely. Entertaining? Even more so. Meanwhile, King Harris didn't stay silent. He jumped on live like a proud and slightly annoyed father ready to set the record straight. "Y'all act like my son can't be strong." He laughed, half defending, half flexing. The comment section was a battlefield of emojis and disbelief. Some fans cheered him on, others roasted him like it was a comedy roast special. Every sentence he said became a meme template before he could finish the next one. He'd post a smile, and Twitter would turn it into a full conspiracy board. The Harris family wasn't just trending, they were dominating every feed. That's when the leak rumor dropped. Anonymous accounts started sharing screenshots claiming there were unreleased clips of King Jr.'s turning moments. Of course, no one knew where they came from, but the internet treated them like sacred scrolls. Grainy footage appeared, a toddler tugging a toy, a baby holding a water bottle, and suddenly people were acting like it was the Zapruder film. The exaggeration was unreal. One gossip page even wrote, "King Jr. might be proof evolution just skipped ahead for the Harris bloodline. You can't make this stuff up," but apparently someone did. Still, what made the moment stick wasn't just the viral insanity. It was the symbolism. King Harris, once the loudmouth heir of T.I.'s empire, had suddenly found himself in a new role: father, protector, hype man. And that shift changed everything. For years, King had been dragged for controversies, live arguments, and tabloid headlines. But this was redemption with a pacifier. Fans started calling him Dad of the Year, while skeptics rolled their eyes, claiming he was just milking a moment. Either way, he was back in the spotlight, and this time, it was brighter than ever. The Harris dynasty thrives on drama. But this felt different. T.I. and Tiny, the power couple turned living soap opera, couldn't escape being pulled back into the narrative. Old interview clips resurfaced, T.I. bragging about discipline, Tiny laughing about King's temper. Suddenly, those moments looked prophetic. People began connecting dots that probably didn't exist, creating full-blown cinematic theories. T.I. raised a king who raised another king, one post read. It went viral not because it was deep, but because it sounded deep, and that's all the internet ever needs. Even celebrities chimed in. Rapper Boosie posted laughing emojis. Lil Scrappy wrote, "That boy's stronger than me." Cardi B commented with a string of shocked faces, while 50 Cent allegedly reposted the clip with his usual brand of trolling humor. When 50 jumps in, you know the circus is in town. The memes multiplied faster than Kardashian divorces. People edited King Jr. onto bodybuilder photos, Marvel posters, and even presidential campaigns. "Baby for President 2045, one read, and it had 1 million likes before lunch. And amid all the chaos, something fascinating happened. People started taking sides. Half the internet treated King Jr. like a symbol of empowerment, a funny distraction from endless bad news. The other half saw it as yet another celebrity stunt to keep relevance afloat. But whether you loved or hated it, you couldn't look away. It became that rare moment where everyone, fans, haters, casual scrollers, shared one collective gasp. The kind of cultural glitch that reminds you the internet has no rules, no limits, and definitely no chill. Still, behind the screens and soundbites, real life was unfolding. Insiders claimed King Harris had been overwhelmed by the sudden attention. He didn't plan for it to explode this big. One source told a gossip outlet. It was supposed to be just a family video. But once the algorithm smelled potential, it was over. The clip had escaped into the wild, unstoppable, and untamable. And just like that, a baby became a brand. Every move the family made afterward was scrutinized. Every caption, every photo, every silence decoded like ancient hieroglyphs by fans desperate for more. By the end of that week, the numbers were unreal. 30 million views. Hundreds of thousands of comments. Talk shows referencing it like gospel. King Jr. wasn't just trending, he was a phenomenon. TikTok creators mimicked his poses. Fitness influencers pretended to train like King Jr. for clout. Even news anchors couldn't resist dropping jokes about baby gains. It was the perfect storm of absurdity, fame, and fascination. A digital fever dream that only the internet could create. And through it all, King Harris stood tall, smiling, trolling, and occasionally snapping back at critics. Love him or hate him, he had done the impossible, turned a fleeting family moment into cultural gold. The baby had become the blueprint. But the question everyone whispered remained, was this the peak or just the beginning of something far bigger and wilder than anyone could imagine? Just when the world thought the hype would cool off, it detonated again. King Jr. didn't fade, he multiplied. Every social feat turned into a shrine of baby muscle worship. People were editing him onto Olympic posters, UFC weigh-ins. Even Fast and Furious 12, the kid hadn't said his first full sentence. Yet half of Twitter crowned him Baby Rock Johnson. It was no longer just entertainment, it was a cultural event wrapped in chaos. Sprinkled with clout, but then came the first twist. A behind-the-scenes insider dropped screenshots claiming that King Harris had been training his son since 6 months old, using toddler dumbbells and motivational rap freestyles as lullabies. The internet went nuclear. Some praised him as a visionary dad. Others accused him of turning fatherhood into a fitness franchise. One blogger wrote, "This isn't parenting, this is Project Baby Spartan." The memes practically printed themselves. Soon, other celebrities jumped in to ride the viral wave. Offset reposted the video with laughing emojis. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson himself commented, "Tell him I want a rematch in 25. That single line turned into a global meme cycle. ESPN anchors joked about drafting King Jr. early. Even fitness influencers started fake collaborations. My 7-day King Jr. workout challenge. The absurdity hit levels even Hollywood couldn't script. Still, the Harris family couldn't hide from controversy. Paparazzi swarmed Atlanta, desperate to catch another glimpse of the baby brawler. Cameras flashed outside daycare centers like it was the Met Gala. Tiny tried to laugh it off online, but fans dissected her every emoji. People analyzed her punctuation like it contained state secrets. It wasn't just fame anymore, it was surveillance disguised as love. Meanwhile, the public started demanding proof. "Show us the raw footage." One comment read, "Drop the unedited baby lift." Another called it the greatest mystery since Tupac's hologram. Forums filled with wild theories. Some claimed deepfakes, others said genetic modification. One viral tweet even declared, "That ain't milk, that's liquid creatine." The joke landed so hard that energy drink brands tried to slide into TI's DMS. As the chaos spun faster, something shifted. King Harris leaned into the storm. He started posting more clips, playful, half serious, half trolling, each one more outrageous than the last. One video showed King Jr. pushing a toy car. Fans swore it looked like he moved it uphill. "Gravity quit that day," one user wrote. The captions got funnier, the memes got crazier, and the Harris brand got stronger. The man had turned scandal into strategy. Behind all the noise, though, you could sense calculation. Every post was timed perfectly, every comment baited attention like a fisherman with unlimited patience. King Harris knew the algorithm better than most rappers knew rhyme schemes. The louder people laughed, the faster his engagement spiked. The baby wasn't just breaking the internet, he was becoming the internet's favorite obsession. And that's when the documentaries came. YouTube essayists with dramatic titles. The Rise of King Jr., How a Baby Broke Pop Culture. They analyzed camera angles like crime scenes, replayed baby giggles in slow motion, added suspenseful music. TikTok detectives launched entire series tracing clout lineage from T.I. to King Harris to King Jr. Every view, every clip, every repost added fuel. It wasn't satire anymore. It was sociology with better editing. Then came the next twist, an alleged feud. A rival influencer dad claimed that his baby could outlift King Jr. The internet immediately staged a fake baby versus baby rivalry, complete with edited fight posters and dramatic commentary. Hashtags like #babybeef and #whogotthe hit trending charts. Even boxing promoters jokingly offered contracts for 2043. The parody felt so real that news outlets had to clarify, "No, there isn't an actual baby showdown." Yet amid the laughter, serious debates brewed. Parenting experts were dragged into morning talk shows, forced to analyze infant empowerment culture. Psychologists warned about turning children into memes. PR strategists called it the future of brand-based families. Everyone wanted to sound profound, but the truth was simple. The internet was addicted. No one wanted the ride to stop. Meanwhile, King Harris' old critics re-emerged. They accused him of chasing attention to bury his past controversies. But irony works like gravity, it always wins. The more they attacked, the more views he gained. Fans defended him like a digital army. "At least he's there for his kid," one comment said. Another wrote, "Let's be honest, this is the most positive Harris headline in years." Suddenly, scandal turned into redemption, and T.I.? The rap veteran stayed suspiciously quiet until he didn't. He finally posted an image of King Jr. in tiny shades with the caption, "The legacy continues." 8 simple words, millions of reactions. People lost it. Some said he was proud. Others thought he was marketing a future mixtape. Regardless, the move cemented the story. The Harris dynasty wasn't fading. It was rebooting. By week 3, brand deals were allegedly flooding in. Baby clothing lines, supplement companies, toy brands, everyone wanted a piece. There were whispers that Netflix was sniffing around for a docuseries. Fans joked, "Forget keeping up with the Kardashians. We're watching Raising the Royalty." And honestly, it didn't sound too far-fetched. Hollywood loves a legacy, especially when it comes with built-in memes, but the storm brought cracks too. Insiders leaked that King Harris was feeling the heat. The pressure to keep topping himself was relentless. Every post had to outdo the last, bigger reactions, wilder captions, stronger baby moments. The internet's love is fast but fleeting, and King Harris knew that better than anyone. Once the crowd moves on, silence becomes the loudest sound in fame. That fear of fading led to rumors of new leaks. Alleged footage showing the family at home unfiltered, chaotic. Fans dissected every pixel, every cough, every cry. "See, he's normal." One commenter wrote as if humanity itself was breaking news. The Harris house had become a digital aquarium, everyone watching, no one blinking. And through it all, King Jr. just kept smiling like a tiny, unstoppable meme god. Even brands outside entertainment tried cashing in. A protein company used his face for a parody ad. A fast food chain joked about baby strength meals. The line between joke and reality blurred completely. You could tell this wasn't just another viral trend, it was a full-blown cultural fever. The baby represented something absurd yet magnetic, innocence, fused with internet insanity, and that's when the public opinion pendulum swung again. The same people who mocked started admiring. Parents called him inspirational. Fitness pages quoted him like he was Confucius in a crib. "If King Jr. can lift, I can live," one viral post said. Motivation was trending, irony was dead, and somehow everyone felt involved. It was proof that in 2025, a single viral spark can rewrite reality. But the biggest twist was still loading. Late one night, a mysterious clip appeared online. King Harris whispering, "Y'all ain't seen nothing yet." Fans lost their minds. Was it teasing a sequel video? A brand launch? A family reality show? The theories multiplied faster than memes in group chats. Comment sections turned into war zones of speculation. Some believed it was innocent. Others swore a new empire was about to rise. Whatever the truth, one thing was clear: the Harris family had tapped into the algorithm's deepest secret: chaos equals currency. Every laugh, every hate comment, every repost was money, momentum, mythology. King Jr. wasn't just a baby anymore. He was a movement. A tiny, unfiltered symbol of how fame works now, instant, unpredictable, addictive, and as the lights of the internet blazed brighter, everyone waited for the next move. Would the Harris clan double down or disappear? Would King Jr. become a global brand or a one-time legend? No one knew, and that mystery kept the views rolling. The baby had conquered timelines, humbled haters, and proven that in a world of filters and fakery, raw charisma still wins, even if it's drooling and wearing a bib. Weeks passed, but the storm never slowed. What began as one viral clip had mutated into a full-scale media saga. Entertainment shows, gossip blogs, even late-night hosts couldn't resist squeezing another joke out of King Jr.'s legend. Every night, someone replayed the video, rewound the flex, froze the frame, and shouted, "How does a baby even have triceps?" The world had seen fame, but never fame this tiny and terrifyingly strong. Meanwhile, the Harris household turned into a fortress of flashing cameras and phone screens. Delivery drivers begged for selfies, neighbors live-streamed from the sidewalk, and drone footage of the backyard sold for more than some indie films. Tiny called it cute, T.I. called it marketing, and King Harris called it Tuesday. They had learned that in modern celebrity math, Chaos plus controversy equals currency, and their little heir was pure gold. Then, out of nowhere, a rumor detonated like fireworks. A close family source claimed King Jr. had landed a modeling deal, not with a baby brand, but with an athletic company. The internet broke in half. He can't even walk yet, but he's running the game. One fan screamed. People started comparing his influence to Michael Jordan's rookie year, except with more drool and fewer interviews. Stock prices didn't move, but meme economies skyrocketed. The critics doubled down. Think pieces flooded timelines accusing the family of turning childhood into capitalism. He's a baby, not a brand, they said, conveniently clicking share right after. Every moral lecture came wrapped in an ad break. King Harris fired back online. Yell mad, 'cause my son got stronger engagement than your podcast. Savage, simple, effective. The crowd roared. Another win for the Harris PR playbook. Another win for the Harris PR playbook. Then came the unexpected plot twist, silence. For 3 full days, no posts, no stories, no tweets. Fans panicked. Comment sections filled with anxious prayers and conspiracy theories. Did Instagram shadow ban the royal baby? One asked, are they filming a documentary? Another guessed. The absence felt louder than the noise. When the family finally reappeared, it wasn't with a clip, it was a message. Growth takes time. Stay tuned. Those 3 words reignited the fire. What did they mean? Physical growth? Brain growth? Spiritual awakening? The internet demanded answers like detectives in a Netflix doc. Influencers made 20-minute breakdowns analyzing the font choice. Some claimed the phrase hinted at a Harris fitness empire. Others swore it teased a reality show. Whatever the truth, engagement tripled overnight. Mystery had become their new marketing muscle, but fame is a hungry creature. The more you feed it, the bigger it grows, and soon it wanted more than memes. A talk show invitation arrived. Then another. Then offers from morning TV, parenting magazines, and even sports networks. The family debated how far to go. T.I. allegedly wanted to keep it classy, but King Harris was ready to go global. We built this wave, he said, now let's surf it. And just like that, plans started forming, strategic, ambitious, and just the right amount of reckless. The next appearance broke every expectation. The family didn't show up on a talk show, they launched their own live stream special, The Legacy of Strength. Millions tuned in within minutes. The screen lit up with family banner, baby giggles, and just enough flexing to keep meme creators drooling. It was part comedy, part confession, part marketing genius. By the time it ended, the Harris clan had transformed from viral accident to intentional empire. But as the fame snowballed, cracks appeared behind the glossy filters. Old interviews resurfaced, dragging King Harris' rebellious past back into the spotlight. Critics argued that he was using his son to rewrite his reputation. The narrative shifted from admiration to suspicion once again. Is this redemption or rebranding? Headlines asked. The truth didn't matter, controversy was content, and content was king. Literally. Tiny tried to mediate, dropping heartfelt posts about motherhood. But the internet prefers drama over sincerity. Her message about family balance got fewer likes than a random meme of King Jr. photoshopped onto a boxing ring. That's how modern fame works. Emotion loses to entertainment every single time. Even T.I. posted a subtle warning quote. Fame without control is like fire without water. Fans dissected it as if it were scripture, debating whether he was proud, jealous, or prophetic. Then came the most absurd rumor yet, a staged King Jr. challenge, where parents worldwide filmed their babies pretending to flex. TikTok turned into a digital daycare of chaos. Some videos were hilarious. Others went viral for the wrong reasons. The challenge caught mainstream attention, with reporters trying to moralize it while secretly loving the clicks. The phrase King Jr. energy became shorthand for overconfidence. Teenagers used it to hype themselves up before exams, athletes shouted it before games. A baby had become a motivational slogan. In the middle of the frenzy, a new clip surfaced, King Jr. laughing uncontrollably while holding a toy microphone. It looked innocent, but the internet spun it into prophecy. He's taking over music next. Tweets screamed. The new generation of rap royalty is already rehearsing. Within hours, AI remixes appeared with his laugh turned into beats. The track trended on SoundCloud. Someone even sold NFTs titled Baby Bars. It was both ridiculous and brilliant. A perfect reflection of digital culture's madness. Behind closed doors, King Harris reportedly began thinking bigger, beyond internet fame, beyond music, maybe even politics. "If a baby can unite the internet, imagine what we can do with purpose," he said in one leaked audio clip. The statement sparked both laughter and awe. Some mocked him, others called it visionary. The idea of a Harris dynasty running entertainment for the next 30 years suddenly didn't sound impossible, but fame isn't built on strength alone. It's sustained by chaos. The more people watched, the more the family had to feed them. Every smile, every outfit, every small gesture became a story. Paparazzi even photographed King Jr.'s first haircut like it was royal coronation. The kid sneezed, and TMZ wrote a paragraph. The absurdity reached Shakespearean levels, fame so big it swallowed its own meaning. Yet through all the madness, one thing stood out: the world loved the little powerhouse. For once, the internet's obsession wasn't rooted in hate, it was pure fascination. King Jr. represented something everyone secretly missed: unfiltered confidence. No PR script, no filters, no fear. Just raw energy. The more people mocked, the more they admired. He'd become the ultimate mirror, reflecting how desperate society is for something real. Even if that real comes in baby form with designer sneakers, months later, the hype finally started to mellow, but not disappear. The memes slowed, the challenges faded, yet King Jr.'s image remained iconic, frozen in internet history like a digital legend. Marketing professors began using him as a case study on accidental branding. Commentators called it the perfect storm of fame, family, and algorithmic timing. The Harris clan didn't just ride a wave. They rewired how waves formed, and as the dust settled, King Harris posted one final message that shook every feed: "Strength runs deeper than muscle." Stay tuned for the legacy. No context, no explanation. Just power. Fans speculated another reveal, another project, maybe a full-length series. The silence afterward felt intentional, a cliffhanger wrapped in confidence. The internet, addicted to endings, refused to close the tab. Because at its core, this wasn't just a story about a strong baby. It was about modern royalty, a family that turned scandal into spectacle, memes into marketing, and internet chaos into dynasty currency. King Jr. was the spark, but the flame had spread far beyond a crib. He proved that in a world obsessed with perception, authenticity, even exaggerated authenticity, still reigned supreme. The legacy was no longer about who lifted what. It was about who rose first, who dared to turn laughter into leverage, and who turned a single viral moment into a generational empire. King Jr. didn't just shock the internet. He reminded it that the smallest voice can cause the loudest earthquakes. And somewhere out there, in a mansion buzzing with camera lights and laughter, a baby king probably smiled, because even he knew the throne was his to keep. So now the question isn't if King Jr. shocked the internet, it's how long the internet will survive the aftershocks. The baby came, saw, and conquered before most of us even figured out how to pay rent. One video, one flex, one unstoppable legacy. Forget Marvel's Avengers, the real superhero just learned to crawl. And let's be honest, you didn't just watch this story. You lived through it. You gasped, laughed, rolled your eyes, and probably hit replay more times than you'll admit. Because deep down you love the madness. We all do. The internet runs on drama. And this was the premium grade fuel. So before you scroll away pretending to be normal again, smash that like button like it owes you child support. Drop a comment and tell us what you think. Is King Jr. the future of strength, or just the internet's cutest glitch in the Matrix? Either way, this channel stays ready to expose every wild twist the culture can throw. Hit subscribe like you're securing your front row. See to the next meltdown. Because here at Trend Tattle, we don't sleep. We sip tea with lightning bolts. Every scandal, every shock, every secret the internet tries to hide ends up right here. Louder, crazier, and twice as viral. And remember, fame fades, clout crashes, but drama? Drama lives forever. So keep those notifications on. Because when the next baby legend, celebrity disaster, or industry meltdown hits, we'll be here first, laughing, reporting, and tattling like it's an Olympic sport. This is Trend Tattle signing off with a flex, a smirk, and a reminder that in the world of fame, even a baby can lift the internet. Even a baby can lift the internet.